Do you know who your child's friends are? Or better yet, do you know who your child's friends' parents are? This is often a dilemma that parents find themselves in, not knowing who their children are around, not knowing who their children are socializing with, interacting with, who they're associated with. And this often leads to some type of parent-child conflict. My name is Taharka Sankara, and I'm a licensed clinical social worker. I'm a licensed clinical alcohol and drug counselor. I'm also certified as a trauma-focused cognitive behavior therapist, but I also have qualified real-life experience of going through some of the challenges that the youth I work with today are going through. And I work with parents and their child so that they can refine the quality of their relationships by increasing their self-awareness, enhancing their communication, and developing some social-emotional skills so that they can enjoy a peace of mind and ultimately transfer intergenerational health. Now, the question about your child's friends or your child's friends' parents. The saying goes that birds of a feather flock together, and there's also a saying that if you show me your 5 closest friends, I'll tell you who you are. Oftentimes is minimized as being insignificant. And there's certain things that probably should be taking place in your parent-child relationship to support your child in identifying the types of people he should be around that can be supportive of allowing your child to make healthier decisions in this period. So, who is your child's friend? Like, what are their names? And this is some things that parents often find themselves struggling with because they may not even know their child's friend's name, or they may only know their child's friend's nickname, or what everyone else refers to them as, but they don't really know their name. They don't know where their child friends live at. They have no idea. They don't know where their child parents are, who they are, right? So if your child is always over their friend's house, but their friends are never coming over your house, that's a telltale sign that your child may be associating and involved with some people that he knows that you may not be supportive of and approving of, which is okay. That's a good thing. At least your child knows that they should not be around certain people. But the main thing is you want to be able to support them in identifying and having a discipline not to be around those people. And so it all boils down to how do you communicate with your child? How do you connect with your child to learn more about who they're with, who they are with, and what they are into? And that involves you to communicate in a different type of way. And it's not about demanding, it's not about being intrusive, invasive. It's just simply connecting with them so that they are open enough to share with you their world. And it's also important for you to know who your child friend's parents are. Because a lot of times there's parents out there who are not the best types of parents, and you don't want your child in that type of environment where there's no parental supervision. You want to make sure that you are comfortable with who the parent is, you know who the parent is, you know where the parents live, so that you can ensure that your child's in a safe place. If some of those things start to get away from you and your child, then it's time that you may need some type of intervention. And likewise, if your child is a boy and he has a girlfriend, and your child is a girl and she has a boyfriend, you want to know who these people are, where they coming from, who is their family background, and you want to know if this is a good addition to your family dynamic. Because what happens over time is that a child begins to become more like the people that they socialize with and hang with the most. So if your child is hanging and socializing with the wrong types of people, guess what? Your child's gonna pick up some poor values, some poor discipline, some poor attitudes, some poor behaviors that is not gonna turn out well. So make sure you're paying attention and know who your child friends are, their companions are, their associates are, whoever that may be. You also want to pay attention to who their teammates are, because it's not just that they're involved in sports, that, they around their teammates, so that's all good. You still want to know who their teammates are, because every day we hear it in the news that there's a professional athlete that gets into some stuff because of their associations. So you want to pay attention to your child's friends, your child friends' parents, and get to know them well so that you can help your child be discretionary and discriminatory in a selection process for a friend. So having discretion, being discriminatory in your selection process is not a bad thing. You need it, we need it, your children need it, so be that support for them. If you're interested to learn more about these type of things and you want to have a further discussion, join the Next Gen Parenting Group where you could be amongst like-minded adults, other parents, and responsible people who are on a parenting journey so that you could be a part of the village in rearing the next generation of parents so that they can be the best version of themselves. So join that Next Generation Parent Group, and I do look forward to seeing you in that room.